Hi, this is Parrish. Picking up where we left off with Paul Pickering, client, colleague, friend, Shell Oil. Paul was responsible actually Paul brought us over into Canada. I had the opportunity to first work with Paul early on the Port Arthur project. The entire time we were working human performance. Let's listen to Paul and how you got to go beyond a talking point when it comes to human performance. It's actually something that we were doing on the project.
Again, it's trying to break it into a couple of areas. What are the key challenges that a transient workforce and a challenged workforce are going to have to? How do you can't dismiss the fact that no matter how good their human performance is, if a welder hasn't learned to weld, he's still going to be crap. Yeah. So there's bits that you're not trying to solve. But what you're basically saying is if you assume that somebody else is dealing with the core technical skill, that someone knows how to weld or they know how to, they're good rotating equipment, they can do all their wheelwright stuff. Yeah. If they can do all of that. But projects rely on humans collectively together doing more than the sum of their individual parts. And on big projects where there are complexities, but I'm sort of thinking as I'm talking. So that's one kind of thing you could hang it on. A second thing you could hang it on is when you get that many people and that many parts working together, inevitably things might not go very well at times. And so human performance is also part of it. How do I minimize the number of times they don't go well? What are the communication systems and interfaces I need? And when they don't go so well, what are the risk management strategies I need? What are the backup planning processes that I need to make sure that I know how to respond to those? And what are the ways that I interact between higher level and lower levels in the organization to make sure that people are all contributing to how it can be better? Now, the safety example is a good one there because it's about how do I make sure that that this person feels empowered and it's okay that they make a mistake or that there's a safe space in which they can try to be better.
Okay, I will say that what Paul was talking about, that intervention, right? Being able to motivate, retain. When you talk about our human performance platform, we do this a couple of different ways. And certainly you can look at all the different attributes and characteristics, but there's a biggie right here, our visual learning. Visual learning aid really helps us drive. You got a lot of instructional design here. Another concept is our actual training. We become a partner, if you will. We really focus in on your front line. So we have a course here, a continuing education course that you can roll out on your program. It focuses on emotional intelligence, those core skills we see in leaderships and high performers, as well as human performance principles and tools. You can see here we got a lot of field supervisor testimonies. We keep good company. So again, human performance going beyond a talking point, and how do you implement into your project? Value added with tailor-made concepts as a dedicated resource on your project.